What's up, everybody? Welcome to a Friday morning edition of The Squeeze. I am your host, Tyler Conium. Apologies for the lack of videos and podcasts the last couple of days, and apologies for my voice today. My head cold went through our household, so a little bit sick, didn't want to record a video with no voice, and I apologize that I probably sound a little bit more nasally than usual today. So, happy Friday. Big weekend in terms of the NFL, AFC, and NFC championship games. I'm not going to get too much into recapping what we've done so far this week because we've missed Tuesdays are off days anyway, and then Wednesday and Thursday I didn't do a video because I didn't have a voice. So I will just say we are 3-3 on the week, and we're down 0.1 units. So essentially a break-even week as we head into the weekend. So for today, I've got 2 bets in the NBA, 1 in the NHL. While you're here, though, feel free, just down in the bottom right corner, if you hit that subscribe button, it makes a big difference for me. I will never charge for picks. I will never charge for any of this analysis stuff, but how you can say thanks is just by hitting that subscribe button, and I do appreciate it. Now, first bet of the day, let's start in the National Hockey League. It's the Calgary Flames at the Seattle Kraken. Calgary comes into this game 23-17, Seattle 28-14. Kraken are 12-9 at home. The Calgary Flames are 9-8 on the road. I'm going to employ the back-to-back strategy. There's actually 3 games that are on the second half of a back-to-back night, and this is the one that I like the best. Calgary lost last night 5-1 to Chicago. I like for this game to go under 6. This is a plus 100 at BetMGM. On the season this year, the Calgary Flames are 26-22 to the under. The Seattle Kraken are 24-19 to the under. So they're both under teams. For Calgary, the under is 7-1 in their last 8 games when it's the second half of a back-to-back. The under is 5-1 in their last 6 after allowing 5 or more goals in their previous game, which they did last night to Chicago. The under is 4-1 in their last 4 against the Pacific. Now with the Kraken, under is 5-1 in their last 6 Friday games and 4-1 in their last 5 after scoring 5 or more in their previous game. I like this game to go under. Calgary does not score a ton of goals as it is. They score 1, then they scored 4. They did score 6, but then 1. They're not scoring a ton of goals. Seattle, they scored 6 in their last game, but previous to that, 1, 4, 2, 1. So I like for this game the second half of the back-to-back for Calgary. They're not going to be able to score a ton of goals, I don't think, against Seattle. I like for this game to go under 6, plus we have push potential if it ends 4-2, 5-1, things of that nature. I'm a big fan of the number 6 and of the number 7. So I like this to go under. Another game, sorry, I don't know why this says under, but I like going to switch to the Toronto Raptors now in the NBA at the Golden State Warriors. Toronto comes into this 22-27. They're on the road where they're only 7-15. Golden State 24-24, but they're 18-6 at home. This line was set at 229.5 at FanDuel last night, okay? I like the over. This has actually gone up to 237. I'm going to have to check this. So I picked over 229.5 last night at FanDuel, and it's now up to 237. So I'm going to have to put this in your hand. This is kind of the deal with doing these every single day. I make the bets at night. I record the videos in the morning. When you look at the statistics, the Raptors are 27-22 to the over. The Golden State Warriors are 27-18 to the over. In their last few games, Toronto 6-1 to the over in their last 7 road games. 5-1 to the over in their last 6 road games against teams with a winning record. Over is 8-2 in their last 10, following an ATS win. Over is 6-2 in their last 8, following a straight-up road win. The Warriors are over 3-1-1 the last 5 times following a straight-up win. Over is 12-4 in their last 16 meetings. Over is 5-2 in their last 7. So on the injury front, Delano Banton and Otto Porter Jr., of course, I'm going to keep mentioning him. He's done. He's probably never going to wear a Raptors jersey. Delano Banton out indefinitely with a hip injury for the Warriors. Andrew Wiggins is questionable tonight with an illness. Wiseman is also questionable, and they will not be without Andre Iguodala. So I like this game to go over. These two teams, it's going to be a fun game. These two teams always play well, dating back to the NBA Finals. December 18th of this season, the over-under was 223. It flew over by 13. Last year, over. Last 3 times they've all played, it's been over by 13, over by 16, over by 6.5. Toronto plays well against Golden State. I like this game to be over. Keep in mind, I got this at 229.5. This is now 237.5. So keep that in mind. And the last bet I like, this one I know the line is right because I made this bet this morning, is Cleveland versus Oklahoma City. This game is being played in Oklahoma. Cleveland is coming off a game last night, a win in which they won 113-95 over the Houston Rockets without Donovan Mitchell. Cleveland comes into this 30-20. OKC is 23-25, but playing much better of late. They are 14-10 at home. Cleveland is 10-15 on the road. So Cleveland's a hell of a home team, not a great road team. Last time these two teams met, they've played once this season, December 10th. It was a 110-102 win for Cleveland, but I like the Oklahoma City Thunder in this game. I like them at plus 100. Cleveland comes into this 0-5 ATS in their last 5 games, 1-6 ATS in their last 7 following a win, and 1-6 ATS in their last 7 following a straight-up win of more than 10 points. Thunder, on the other hand, are on fire. 4-0 ATS in their last 4 after allowing more than 125 points. 4-0 in their last 4 following an ATS loss, so they are rebounding very well. 4-0 in their last 4 against a straight up loss. 7-0-1 ATS in their last 8 games versus a team with a winning record. Donovan Mitchell remains questionable for tonight with a groin injury. I'm betting this, keeping in mind that he might play, but who knows how much he will play. He didn't practice Wednesday, didn't practice or play yesterday. If he does play today, it would A, be a surprise, and B, I think he'd be on somewhat of a minutes restriction. You don't want to play around with groin injuries. Cleveland's got too much at stake, especially as we're heading into the All-Star break shortly. I like the Oklahoma City Thunder on the money line for plus 100. Running this back down, I like the Calgary Flames and Seattle Kraken to go under 6, plus 100 at BetMGM. Toronto Raptors and Golden State Warriors over 229.5 for minus 110 at FanDuel. And for the Oklahoma City Thunder to win this game on the money line, plus 100 at Bet365. Feel free to drop a comment if you're fading or following. As always, you can follow me on Twitter at Tyler Connie for more picks and props throughout the day. Audio versions available on Apple Podcasts and on Spotify. Have a good Friday. Let's talk sports.